Hey guys, welcome back. Guys, it's real interesting out there what some of the other opinions and comments and thoughts and theories are from others. I mean, it's to the point to where it's comical, and yet there's no factual proof. Here, Currency 365 says concrete walls are headed to the green zone to block citizens from entering. The Iraqi government is so corrupt they'd rather put up concrete walls than complete activate reforms, and their plan is to delay and delay to keep Iran happy. Citizens must rise now and strike. What are you waiting for? Uh, guys, about, I think it was last week, I saw him say something just even as absurd as this. There's no factual proof of any of these comments right here, okay? So, but last week I saw him come out where he said that, you know, he had he, he had Kademi's respect. He was kind of around 90, 95% on respecting Kademi. But he lowered his respect level for Kademi down to around 70 to 75% because Kademi isn't getting anything done. He's not approving laws. And then he said, this will blow your mind. He said the reason why Kademi's not getting anything done is because the Iraq government is of the opinion that Joe Biden is going to win the elections. So that's the reason why Kademi's not getting anything done. You guys are smart enough to know Kademi's not getting anything done because he is done with everything, and everything that's really left can't even be started until after the rate has changed. You guys know this. They've shown you this factually. And yet you've got this level of insanity being shared. I'm like, wow, this is mind blowing, guys. But all right, let's look at some other individual comments out there just to see what else others might be thinking out there. So, Militia Man, he's from KTFA, where Frank 26 is. We see the white papers are issued today. Accordingly, we wait and see the details within them. I'll bet the world is watching. In my opinion, they know from all that Iraq has spoken about of late in DC. Game on. Foot forward. I would exercise caution over a rate being posted in the Gazette. I can't fathom they would post a real rate in there before the actual RV has happened. And just so you guys know, rates don't get posted in gazettes, so that's the rate change itself is not a law, guys. The Gazette is the law library. So um, foot forwards, I'm not sure what he's thinking here, but what he's saying is not accurate. The rate will never be posted in the Gazette. That's the law library. That's where all the laws are stored. Okay, so all right, Mountain Goat. Not much has changed since last week, except that the white paper has been finally sent to Parliament. It does include reforms with the ending of the currency auctions and that the project to delete the zero. So this is all very good. News for us, we have already heard the re-education process is underway, but I'm still waiting for confirmation on this solid proof from articles in the news media. So hold that thought. We may be heading for a January 2021 reinstatement after all. And right there, guys, Mountain Goat basically just told you they're not, Mountain Goat's not informed enough to understand the whole principle or theory behind fiscal years and budget periods, okay? So right here, Mountain Goat is not sharing accurate information with you guys because they don't understand Iraq's fiscal years. All right, Pimpy, I do have a legitimate true insider. I just don't talk about him. You know who he is. I'm not going to say by name. We talk like 5 times a week. We became really good friends. And one of the things I did get permission to talk about because it was mentioned in passing was you can confirm lower denoms do exist, and they are there. We have no date on when these things are going to be released. We have no idea. I could confirm indeed that the lower denominations are there. They're real. So, and then Mark Z, do you think the RV will before the auction at this point? Yes. I think they will RV before the elections. Keep in mind, this is not just an American event, it involves all countries of the world. Foot forward again. I believe the white papers outline a plan that's being allowed. I believe the white papers outline a plan that's being followed already. I think what they're voting on was the implementation of the financial reform. To me, they have implemented Article 140, and the RV can't be far behind. Guys, I'm going to stop right here on that one. Have foot forward show you where Article 140 was actually added to the Constitution, guys, because like I told you, the Constitution currently goes up to 139, and you cannot implement something. I've already showed you guys multiple articles where it tells you it's part of the Constitution, but until you see it as part or active within the Constitution, where it says Article 140 in the Constitution, guys, it's not active or implemented. So, yeah, foot forward's a little bit out in left field there, guys. This is getting comical what these gurus are telling you guys. Intel Guru Frank 26, Guru Walking Stick. The flow of information of the monetary is already happening. The monetary reform itself, the reinstatement of the Iraq dinar, all the mathematics, all the laws, everything that is needed in order to announce the new exchange rate. The new small category notes are in place. The facts, it's not only in place, it's already functioning. That's why you wonder, none of this makes sense. The information is coming out, has been coming out, and the information coming out right now is the end. And there's no stopping the information to the citizens. There's no stopping it. There's no stopping the information about the coming out to the citizens. As you guys see, when you look at these claims made by Mr. 26, okay, guys, this is a game he's played his entire lifetime of being a guru. He makes a lot of these bold claims and never has any facts to back it. Okay? And because he's made these levels of claims, that's why, at the expense of his followers, that's why he's been able to make many different trips to Hawaii. Okay? But again, when you read what he shares, he can never fact back anything he tells you. And these are the level of claims he has made the entire time he's claimed to be a guru. Just food for thought. Okay? We already did. Yeah, see Mark Z in the middle. He says, I am being told there may be a day or two delay. So, anyway. Then here, like at the last sentence, he says there is a whole lot of chatter and they expect the rate tomorrow in the Gazette. Wow. So, then let's see what Pimpy says. He said, what does raising the dollar against the dinar? Yeah, we don't care about this comment. And then Frank 26 says, in my opinion, we already there. Shocking, isn't it? To say something like that. I don't say things lackadaisically. They have a reason, they have a purpose, they have a lot of time, study behind it, what they're doing about going about the business of giving to the citizens. So anyway, guys, as you can see, be careful who you follow and be careful what information you choose to receive, because there is a lot of BS out there and it's thick and it's deep. Hey guys, all right, got a good article for you on the white paper reforms. The Iraqi Council of Ministers issues 4 decisions on the reforms. The Council of Ministers held their meeting yesterday. The Minister of Health, okay, that just talks about coronavirus. Okay, so the statement had, during the session, a discussion of the reform of the white papers took place. Minister of Finance presented the final report to the emergency cell for formation of reform in Iraq, which includes immediate plans to get out of the current financial crisis and an explanation of contents of the white paper and its ability to achieve advancement of the country's economy that suffers from problems. It faces serious challenges, and the white paper is enough to address many of the defects that have accumulated over many years. So right there, they're telling you the white paper can cover their financial challenges and crisis. He explained that after discussing what was on the agenda and what the discussions concluded about, the council ministers issued the following decisions. Approval of the white paper for economic and financial reform, taking place into account the opinion of legal department and the general secretary, council ministers, and the comments member and the council ministers. Second, extending the exception granted to the Ministry of Health according to the decision of the Supreme Committee for National Health Safety and the decision of the Council of Ministers regarding the Ministry of Health exemption from the instructions for implementing the government contracts and its attached controls and instructions for the implementation of the federal general budget upon its issuance in order to eliminate the corona pandemic to ensure the provision of medicines, supplies, and medical laboratory devices without delay. Third, approval of the recommendation of the committee formed in the Douani order, which include authorizing the Minister of Transport to negotiate with the Baghdad train project with a consortium at the cost and period that will be determined based on outputs and report, who will evaluate offers submitted by the two companies consortium, who will be reached through negotiations between the two sides. The issue was later presented to the council ministers. Fourth, approval of the following. All creditor ministries and government agencies provide the two ministries of trade, agriculture with lists a CD containing debts owed to them by farmers in order to set off between farmers dues and those debts to transfer between the ministries of commerce, agriculture to the creditors. All ministries and government agencies fail to fulfill the principal debts owed by the farmers and cancel the late benefits on them. For those who have debts owed by the government, agencies equal to or greater than amounts are required to pay them in light of the payment of their dues from government institutions. The farmers who marketed strategic crops, wheat, barley, rice, and corn, opened accounts for them at the Agriculture Bank. The Ministry of Commerce and Agriculture released amounts owed to them, farmers to the accounts of Agriculture Bank. The Ministry of Agriculture supplies the farmers and farmers. So there you guys go. There's some of the stuff. There's some of the level of reforms they're going to do for agriculture and farming.